Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 9 of the Nerd Outlet Podcast. This is your boy Luther, standing next to me, and I said yes, standing. Gabe, stand up for me one time.
Tin Hut?
Can I say a quick thing real quick?
I'll go
It's
ahead.
got tangled up.
Let me pour it up on my boy.
Shawty low.
Drip, 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 drip.
And Nathan joining us this week. What up?
What up? I'm back. Back from the dead, assholes.
What was it, 2 weeks he's been gone?
Yeah.
And
Has it
Greg.
been 2 straight weeks?
No, it was 1 week. He came back, and then it was another week he was gone.
Yeah.
What's
Sorry,
up, Nate?
guys.
All right, guys. So, like I was telling Gabe earlier, I watched my dude Action Brunson watch Ancient Aliens again on his show, Traveling to the Stars with Action Brunson and friends. And what I have to say is probably the best episode of that show. It's special guest Rob Van Dam and Sabu. And there's a point in the show where Action goes to Rob Van Dam. He goes, "Hey, can you help me learn how to do a split?" And this is a reoccurring, like, I don't know if it's a joke or if he's serious about the split, because there's even a part where he pulls Rob Van Dam away from the side and he goes, "I gotta tell you something." He goes, "If I could do a split one time in my life, I will die a happy man. Trust me."
Well, I mean, doesn't he have that album cover with him doing a
Yeah,
split?
yeah,
So,
yeah.
like, I'm sure that is a dream of his.
And this is what I wanted to ask you guys, because it even goes on to the point where Action goes, "You know what? Dunking is cool, but if I could do a split, I'd rather do a split than ever be able to dunk." This is what I wanted to ask you guys.
Split or dunk?
No, not split or dunk.
Is that the question?
Are there any physical feats you've ever wanted to do? Because honestly, if I could just flip in general, like Action said, I would die a happy man.
Bro, if I could dunk, like I'm this like super white guy. I'm not really good at sports. I'm pretty good at throwing like a football.
Okay.
It's all about. I gotta go to iron baseball. Baseball is pretty much a white sport unless you're a Dominican.
Shout out
Whoa.
DR.
No,
NPR
dude, no,
one
like,
time.
Shout out to
Like,
Luther.
yeah, baseball's like huge in like the Dominican Republic.
It's pretty much huge on like any island.
Yeah.
Japan,
So,
Puerto Rico,
yeah.
and
It's so
Dominican
weird that
Republic
Japan,
and Cuba.
like in the past like 30 years, 40 years, has really picked up on baseball.
Do you want to hear what's weird though? Is that's the same thing I thought, but
Has
I
it been
think it
popular
was-
there for a while?
yeah, because what my grandpa or my dad was telling me one time is that a lot of those Japanese players, they come to like Puerto Rico and Dominican Republic on the regular, like play those people.
Okay,
Yeah.
interesting.
But then again, though, you did say 30 years. That is, I don't know if when they were.
I was about to say
telling me
like at least the popularity.
that-
Ichiro Suzuki is one of the first,
I can't picture
like
that.
truly.
the
A Japanese man in a Spanish-speaking country. They have enough trouble speaking English. Like, have you ever heard an Asian
Oh, but I
person
mean,
speak Spanish?
I don't mean
That
like
was the funniest shit. Oh my god.
I don't mean like they come there to live. It's like just to play
I
that
get that,
team.
but it's trying to have
Yeah.
conversations with the people there, and I'm sure they have to
You
learn
can.
some sort
I
of
mean,
language.
if you're
No, yeah.
if you're on a team or something like that, you probably have like a translator or something like
No,
that.
man, that's the funniest shit.
But yeah,
I've
a dunk for me. I think jumping that high is it's pretty cool. And what was it like getting enough to jump to dunk?
Yeah.
I mean that opens up other things like flipping.
No,
like,
yeah, see,
I'm
that's what
almost
I'm saying.
getting like everything in one basket kind of thing. You know,
feel
if
you,
I have
I
the
feel you.
finesse and the athleticism to make a dunk,
Yeah.
I think that I have the athleticism to flip, to back flip, to side flip,
Cartwheels, dude.
to
Cartwheels,
cartwheel.
To heel
I
flip.
can
To dick flip.
yeah. So
How
yeah,
about
I
you?
can
Gabe?
I can go back to skateboarding,
Mine?
start doing them
Greg
900s.
just answered mine for me. I've always wanted to kickflip.
Wait, like
Like skateboard?
like
Skateboard,
skateboard.
Dude, skateboarding's hard, man.
Yeah,
I could only.
If I could ollie, I'd be happy. But if I could ever
So
kickflip,
so when I was a skateboarder back in the day, I could ollie, I could pop shove it, you know, like nobody's fucking business, because it's like the easiest damn trick outside of an ollie. But the funniest thing is I tried to do kickflips forever, and I never landed one. But I landed one heel flip, and heel flips are are supposedly no, like they are. Like I've tried them before, like ridiculously hard, especially compared to a kick flip. And I landed one once. Like I just did it right, and then never again. It was one of those like, oh, dude, I think I just learned how to do it. And then you try to do it again. You're like, nah, I can't imitate that again.
Damn.
That's a one-time thing. Like, dude, just ripping the ass, man. Like skateboarding's hard, man. Skateboarding's scary too.
It's just the physics of it. Like you gotta ollie, and then somehow in between those few split seconds, just kick
Especially
your
when you
board.
see people jumping stairs and they just fall on their ass and then they're like, "Oh, I'm just gonna get up and try again."
Oh, I know. And
They,
it's
like, can
ridiculous.
easily
You
crack
you
their
just.
skull on any of these jumps, but they don't.
Yeah.
I mean, I was always whenever I was doing something like that.
you always had a protective gear on.
Protective gear, because I was usually at a skate park, but they don't allow you to not have protective gear on.
At skate parks.
Yeah, they
I mean,
do.
like, dude,
See,
you
I
can
didn't know
laugh at
that.
it as much as you want, but I'm not cracking my fucking head open to look cool while skateboarding. I'm putting on a fucking helmet if I'm
Dude,
gonna
you
go
at
on
least
ramps.
have a cigarette in your mouth.
Dude, I was like 12.
So I take that as a no.
So yes.
Did you get somebody to go buy cigarettes for you?
Yeah.
Buy me a 42, please. Takes one step and almost throws up.
No, I just want sick parkour skills.
That's what you want.
Like if I can just jump from
True.
a rooftop into a
That would
window
be
and
pretty
just,
fucking
like,
cool.
dodge roll out of that.
That'd be
awesome.
fucking insane.
Fucking Greg, man. He'd be like doing like crazy shit. I could see Greg being that guy. Like he's a man of few words, but like he'll fucking like if he had those capabilities, he'd be that asshole that'd be like flipping around everywhere. Like you're in the middle of the fucking mall, man, and he like flips onto the goddamn escalator, and you're like, dude, come on, like, I just want to get to the second floor.
Dude jumping up
It's all
parking decks
about
to get to
getting
his
from
car.
Point A to point B as fast as you can. So.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a good question. It's a really good question. I think I'd like to retract mine and go with the parkour.
Go with the parkour.
So I can be that straight up dick fuck that like just flips around everywhere.
Oh no, I'm still sticking with being able to just flip in general. But hey, that's just me though.
Just to be able to do a backflip
Like that's
standing
it
still.
though. Like,
Yeah,
like I
that's
mean, like
straight
parkour
Yeah.
like is everything else though.
Oh yeah, but I mean, see how you go. I wore protective gear for like skateboarding. See parkour with how clumsy I am. Dude,
You are pretty
I'd
clumsy.
fuck myself up like instantly.
No, but like you're
tall,
you're
too.
Yeah, that's what I'm
you're
saying.
basically eliminating that. Like if you chose one of these. So
What
put
do you-
that in perspective. Like you're
Wait.
not as clumsy because you have more finesse. You have more like athleticism. I don't even know what's another word to put for parkour.
Oh no, yeah. I mean, I feel all that stuff, but hey, dude, I just want to do a backflip into a pool. I'll be fine there.
I think you got a jumping board.
Trampoline.
I had a trampoline, but never learned how to flip because every time I tried, I'd fuck up and land on my neck.
You get terrified, man. I used to get those like you're like
You power
Like-
drive yourself.
Yeah, dude.
like you get in the air and you're about to do it, but then you get that cold sweat. You ever get that when you're like, shit, dude, maybe if I fuck up, what if I fuck up and just die right now?
No, see, I used to get like that too, but I landed on my neck so many times that I like
He's a little stupid now.
no, and that I just like stopped caring. But it's just weird. Like I can never have like enough momentum to actually like do the full flip.
See, I was always scared about trampolines because my next door neighbor a couple years ago.
Dude, the dude
No,
fell
were
through.
you there? Were you there when the dude, it was the pizza delivery guy that like knew me and he used to live two doors down?
I was there, but I
mean,
wasn't at
three
the
doors
door
down?
with you. You came up and you were like, "Yeah, dude, I know that guy who just delivered the pizza." And I was
That
like,
guy?
I was
He,
like,
it
didn't
was
see
me, him, and then one of like my old friends. We're all chilling, and the other friend got a little too carried away and like was pushing him like for fun and stuff like that,
yeah,
and he fell off the trampoline and broke his arm.
damn.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't really like. I get a little scared with trampolines now because it was like, the last big like issue, big injury when it came to trampolines was seeing a dude get his arm broken, and I was like, fuck that dude.
See, I've never been scared of trampolines falling off, but see, I've jumped on many ratchet and rusted springed
You get-
trampolines.
yeah, you get
so
up
I'm
in the air,
scared that
and
I'll
then
get
you
up in the
just fall
air
through.
and then just
You're
fall
like
through.
20
Pales.
feet and you just like break both your fucking legs.
Yeah,
Like
that would be fucking insane. Cause dude, you can get pretty decent air on trampolines.
I want to go to the I never went to it. Our friend.
Sky Zone,
Sky-
fuck Sky
yeah.
Zone.
Yeah.
That place smells like feet.
Oh, dude, yeah, I bet it does. But
yeah,
like,
why would it not?
I mean, they could have air fresheners or something, but like and it's not even like
I still
it's
wanna
not
do
even
it.
like, hey, it smells like feet, like, but you can ignore it. No, it is literally like someone's just like, hey man, do I got some toe jam, and then just threw their foot right in your face, and you're just like, dude, what the fuck?
Why don't they have Febreze being pumped into this
I don't-
place like in the
I don't know.
instantly, like just like constantly.
Right.
And see, the worst part too is that I try to tell people like, nah, dude, fuck Sky Zone because it smells like feet. And then I have people like Nathan who are like, nah, dude, I mean, I still want to go. I'm like, no,
I still
dude,
wanna
you
try it.
Don't want to
Dude,
go. It
You got
smells
the
there.
one guy that's like,
Maybe
I
when
like
they
the smell.
introduce,
Yeah.
okay, when they open up another one of them, I'll go there like almost immediately.
Yeah.
So it's like nice and fresh, and that toe jam hasn't really been impacted and like soaking into the trampolines yet.
Yeah.
So that's what I'll do. But I know Jake started going there when it first started. So I
Dude,
guess
Jake
he
is probably
was,
one of those people.
he
The
was-
reason
he
why it
was
smells
maybe
like
the-
feet.
He was the
That's
main
what I-
contributor of the smelling
I just
feet.
want to jump into a foam pit.
Oh, same.
Or,
And
like,
I have
ride
one
a
at Sky
bike
Zone.
into a foam pit or
That'd be
something.
cool.
Yeah,
That'd be
that's
really
all I
cool.
wanna do.
I mean,
I wish I was really good at like bike tricks. I always wanted to have a nice bike.
Yeah, me too.
I've fallen off a bike too many times.
Oh, I remember everybody like back in the day when I used to live in Florida. I just had like a regular like bike you buy at Walmart, you know, like a mountain bike, not bad or anything, just a regular bike. And then I got these people that have like $200, $300 bikes, and like, you know, what are the things you get to stand up on the sides of the
Pegs?
pegs? Yeah, you know, I know the bitches that got like 4 pegs on them. I'm like, why the fuck do you even have pegs on your front wheel?
So you can grind,
Yeah.
bruh.
Yeah, but like, and they could like do 180s with their like, you know, spin the actual bike and everything. And of course, a regular fucking bike doesn't have the capabilities of doing stuff like that. So I
Yeah.
got jealous.
Talking about bikes, let me tell you guys a little story about the last bike I ever owned. So I'm chilling in my house, right? I get a call from Gabe. Gabe goes, "Yo, dude, you want to come through and we're throwing the football over here. You want to come through and hang out with everybody?" I go, "Yeah, dude. Let me hop on my bike and drive
James, like,
over
that
there."
doesn't sound like me.
I ride my
He was, like,
bike
throwing a football.
to pretty much the other side of the
I
neighborhood,
know this story.
and we're chilling there. Everybody's playing football and all this stuff, and one of our old friends, Jose, goes, "Yo, dude, I like your bike. Can I ride it?" And I go,
This dude's
"All
stolen
right,
your bike.
yeah, go ahead, hop on the bike." No, he hops on the bike, and mind you, this
How big is Jose?
Jose is probably at this time
200 pounds.
between the weight of 250 and 350.
Yeah.
I'm giving you
Yeah.
I'm giving you that big of a range because Jose was that big back then.
Big guy.
Yeah, so he's riding around my bike and he's like doing a whole bunch of bunny hops, and I'm just like, damn.
Tires just
And
flat,
then-
man.
And then see the same way Gabe's laughing over here. He's laughing in the corner, and he's like, "Bruh, why'd you do that? You know Jose fucks up bikes." And I was like, "What do you?"
Real quick. You know those little plastic little trikes for kids? You know how
Yeah.
they got plastic wheels?
Yeah.
This man sat on the one and popped the plastic.
But anyway, he's doing the bunny hop.
He's doing the bunny hops, and he fucks around my bike and everything too. Perfectly fine. I chill there for a little bit longer, and I'm like, "Yo, dude, I'm hungry. I'm about to go home to go eat." Hop back on my bike. I'm riding through my neighborhood, perfectly fine. Get literally to the halfway point of my neighborhood. My bike starts shaking, and I'm like, "Dude, what the hell? I'm not even going fast." I hear like like it literally sound like everything on my bike just exploded, like pop, 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 a whole bunch of noise. I feel like the chain on my bike come back and whip me in the back of my leg. And I look, and I literally, as soon as I put both my feet down, one of my tires on my bike, like one of the tires on my bike just literally slumps over, and my bike just falls forward. And I was just like, "Dude, like, fuck this, I'm done." And I literally just dropped the bike and just kept walking. I never even went back for that bike. Because, dude, fuck Jose.
Damn.
He was talking so much shit that day after you left.
Yo, that bike felt funny after halfway.
He fucked up my bike,
I was
dude.
on that bike for 10 minutes. The last
Good
5
luck,
minutes was
Jose.
really weird, man. Oh, no. I don't have a good bike story like that at all. I like...
But,
Note to self: don't let really overweight people go on Luther's bikes.
Don't let a man named Jose or
You
whatever.
remember Tyler from the neighborhood?
I think so, because I think he became, like a neighborhood watch person later. So
I
he's
think
like a
so,
little
too.
bitch.
Yeah, but Jose fucked up his bike too.
Oh, dude, that's what
And
Jonathan
Jackson's.
told me. Oh, yeah, I remember that, too. Dude, I felt bad for Jackson. People used to invite him to come outside to play just to fuck with him.
Dude,
Damn,
this one time we
that's
played
so
airsoft.
fucking mean.
No,
Yeah,
there was this one time we played airsoft, and he wore like the thickest layers of clothing because he knew
The
we
people
were
were
only
gonna-
gonna shoot him. So
Dude,
legit,
that's such a
he's-
bad
we're in the nature trail. He's on the floor, hands up like this,
And
and
people
we're
are-
just lighting him up.
Dude, my favorite part though is we come back after playing airsoft, and Jackson goes, "Oh, dude, I'm hot in this jacket, cause mind you, it's the summer." And this dude is wearing like a snow jacket because he didn't want to get welts. Dude takes off his jacket, and that asshole Jose goes, "Yo, Jackson, watch out!" and pops him like 5 times. And then, hey, and also, you guys want to hear the worst part of this story too? Is Jackson isn't even our age. Jackson was like some little kid who was like 3 years younger than us and just liked playing
Wanted to have
outdoors.
friends.
Yes.
Dude, he chilled with Jose constantly. Like he was on his dick.
Oh, bro, no. Jose chill with Jackson, because I also remember Jackson would be like, "Yo, dude, you want to hang out? Like, you can come to my house and my mom will buy us food." Like, he would literally
Pretty
just
much.
give stuff to people.
Pretty much. Dude,
And I know that too because you fucking robbed him. You slept.
There's a guy Noah.
I did, Rob.
There's this kid Noah that me and my friend Orr used to hang out with when I lived in Alpharetta, and we literally only went to his house because we knew his mom always stacked the place with Sunny D. So like, mind you, fucking like seventh grade kid, and I think no, we're in 7th grade. This kid's in like 5th grade. We can't fucking stand this kid, and we literally would just go over to chill at his house if we didn't have anything at our place. And we would just be like, dude, let's just go hit Noah up. I want some Sunny D. Like, you always had snacks. Always had snacks. So, you know.
Let me sleep over, right? And I'm sleeping. I'm in my bed. He's on his bed, and I see this under the covers.
Oh, he's jerking it?
Yeah, he's jerking. I'm pretending I don't see it, so I'm just like this, right? And then he goes, I'm like,
Damn.
"Hey, what's going on?" He's like, "Oh no, nothing, just scratching."
I got a really bad itch on my, like, really hard wiener right now.
Dude, I remember one time I went over to Jackson's house, and this dude was like, "Oh man, I can't find my controller because he's looking for Xbox controller." This dude flips over his mattress, right? You know how most people hide maybe a couple Playboy mags, some cash under the mattress? Dude, I've never seen so many Playboy magazines in my life under this mattress. I don't even understand how that
They're, like,
mattress
all
was like.
stuck together. There's, like, 85, like, stiff socks under there.
Dude, what's really fucked up is like, cause their parents used to fuck all the time, right? So the minute his dad lost his job, dude, his mom dipped.
No, yeah, she did.
I know.
But I think she eventually came back because
I know.
he got in contact with my little brother
Yeah.
when they moved back, like literally like probably like 4 years ago. But other than that, I've never
they
seen
still
them.
live in the neighborhood?
No. They moved to like, I didn't even know that, but like Woodlands has like not even Woodlands, but the people who made Woodlands have like another community that's set up just like
There's
Woodlands.
always a Woodlands part of a neighborhood.
Yeah.
where,
Oh, there's always,
yeah.
like, I mean, what's the one that, Donnie's in? I can't remember what it's called.
Oh,
Fucking-
Bridgemill, aka
yeah.
like a small city.
Yeah, basically, like, the biggest fucking thing you can ever think of.
Mhm.
I wish I made fucking Bridgemill.
Oh no.
I'd be
dude.
rolling in some goddamn money right now.
See, I never wanted to live in Bridgemill because in high school when you went to Woodstock, you could tell when people went to Bridgemill because they'd be
You're
like, "Yeah, man, I was walking around my neighborhood the other day, and yeah, I got lost." Ha 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 ha. And I'm like, "Dude, how the fuck do you get lost in your neighborhood?" And he's like, "Well, you know, when your neighborhood has like 2,000 houses, you're bound to get lost sometimes." I'm like, "Dude, eat a dick."
He said, "Dude, eat a dick."
What
But dude, nobody talked about sixes. We haven't even talked about Woodstock though, because Woodstock was the spot.
Wait, like Woodstock Middle?
No,
Or-
just Woodstock in general, aka Hoodstock.
Oh,
Woodstock.
yeah.
See, I used to live in a Deer Run, so I know how that shit is, bro.
Hey, I mean,
You
I
know
wouldn't
how that
call
shit
it.
go.
I wouldn't call
Yeah,
it
I used to
Hoodstock.
smoke so much cigarettes in Deer Run, dude.
What a nice thing. I lived there till I was in 4th grade,
There's some
so
good
I mean,
parks,
like,
man. What was it? The North Park and the South Park. What was it?
Bro, I only
don't
ever went to
fucking
one
remember.
park.
It's that, you know what park I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
I did.
I literally
there's
just
two.
stayed in my room and played video games unless it was the summer, and we would go to the public pool maybe 3 times and then realize, man, every like fucking hour there's some goddamn kids shitting in the fucking pool.
Dude, that's the same thing at like Woodlands.
What? No.
Yeah.
No.
There's
not,
always
not,
the
not the
shitter,
pool by
dude.
your house. I'm talking
Okay.
about the big pool.
Oh,
The big
dude,
pool
fuck
is
that pool,
constantly
dude.
closed, and you'll get there and you'll read the sign and like, "Hey, sorry, we got some fecal contamination in here." And you're just like, "What the hell?"
Dude, I remember when it fucking happened to me the first time. I was the one that fucking found it, dude. So
Oh.
this kid, and I see it like drop out of his pants, and I was like, "This kid pooped," and we all had to get out of
Just
the
call
fucking
them
thing.
out in the pool.
Dude, I mean,
Yeah. What are
like,
you gonna do?
Yeah, no, that's
you're
what you
you're
do.
8 years old and someone just shits in the fucking
Yeah.
pool.
you
You're
gotta
gonna
get
say
the fuck
something?
out of there.
You're not gonna, oh, he shit in the pool. I'm gonna go walk to my mom real quick. Nah, dude, like,
No.
you're in the pool yourself and you see a kid, like, you see a fucking turd just come out of someone's pants. You're like, oh, dude, this kid just shit himself. Like, it's bad. It's bad. And they're really, like, I mean, like, it has to because it's fecal matter. But, like, dude, the second they hear that, man, that's like, it's like a fucking nuclear bomb being dropped and everybody's just going haywire.
Everybody
man.
jumps out of
Everybody's
that
trying to get out of the
pool so
fucking
fast.
pool as like fast as possible. It's like, dude, like people are like pushing each other down to get out of the fucking pool. Not
It's-
that bad, but
No, yeah, it's crazy too because people will jump out of that pool, but you can literally hop into that pool with your whole arm split open, and they're just like, "Bro, you're bleeding. Are you okay?" But
the second you see a turd,
yeah, no, it's like you see a piece of shit. Like that's when everybody gets
like
the fuck out
you
of
can
there.
get AIDS from fucking like blood in a pool, but like, hey man, someone dropped a deuce in the pool. It's like
Everybody's out of there.
dude. But anyway, before we get on to what Luther wanted to bring up, I'm gonna talk a little bit to you guys about Stranger Things. So I finally finished it. Holy shit, guys!
Late.
I know it's late. Well, the main thing is I was trying to get Devin to watch it, and
Nope.
I mean, you probably know how it is trying to get a significant other to watch a show with you.
No, yeah, we tried. She got scared.
She got scared of
Wait,
Stranger
Savannah
Things.
got scared of
Yes.
Stranger Things?
So she
Really?
Didn't watch it.
I don't. I mean, like, I can't.
I
Really
don't
say.
see. I just
That's
don't
scary.
see like how you can get scared by that.
No,
She doesn't
like,
like suspense. And it has
That's what I'm
Okay,
saying,
it's
yeah.
suspense.
Yeah.
Okay.
because I literally, I mean, see, every time I saw an episode, it was always at night, and I'd turn off the lights because that's how I wanted to watch that show, and
Oh,
how I
yeah,
watch
same.
that show like whenever new episodes come out. But like, I could see how you could get scared from that show.
So, but yeah, dude. I mean, like, I watched the first episode a long time ago, and I was like, man, I really want to watch this with Devin. So we moved in, and she got hooked on Community, and I was like, yeah, let's wait till Community's over, and then, she kind of
Atlanta
died down
came
a little
out.
bit. No. We're still on Community, man. It's really good, but yeah, I don't know what happened. Like, I was just like, you know what? Like, I haven't watched it yet. I haven't heard any. I think by the time I was like, man, if I start to hear like.
You gotta watch it.
What's
before
going on?
spoilers.
Oh no, it's not spoil. I wouldn't call them spoilers, but just stuff started to pop in my feeds a lot about it, and I was just like, you know what, it's fucking time. So I watched it, and goddamn, dude, that show is literally everything I like about the '80s. Like, it's literally like
It's the modern day Goonies. Of course you love
it really is. It really is like modern day Goonies, but it's like mixed with Alien. Like it's literally like a sci-fi Goonies. Because Goonies, like, I mean, like, sci-fi, I just think is so much cooler than a pirate treasure.
Yeah.
Pirate treasure, I mean, like, that's so cool.
Dude, I just love all the little touches in that show. Because I recently, like, you talking about things popping up in your feed. That's just because a whole bunch of the cast has been doing interviews right now.
Yeah, well,
And-
Emmys
The
just
Emmys
happened.
Yeah, that I mean, that's
It's a
probably
lot
why.
of press stuff.
But I saw something a little bit before that where it was like 50, I think it was 50 or something things that influenced Stranger Things. And
Uh-huh.
it's insane how there's so many things in that show
That they
that,
reference with
that
other
they,
things.
yeah, they reference. Like, for instance, one of the weirdest things was the guy goes, yeah, L, like 11, is literally a human version of E.T.
E.T..
And I was
Oh,
like,
did you not notice that?
no, see, what the way the guy pointed out, I never thought about that. Because, see, I've only seen E.T. twice.
Oh,
But he
that's
was
my
like-
sister's favorite movie, so I've seen it.
No,
like,
yeah.
God knows how
He
many
goes, the
times.
way her head is shaved, and she also, they go, whenever anybody takes her out, just
Put
like
her in the
E.T.
dress.
Yeah, they put her in a dress.
Yeah, they put her in a
Um,
wig and a dress, just like E.T.
Yeah, whenever she shows off her powers for the first time, she levitates something just like E.T. does. They also put her in a bike, and while she's in the bike, just like E.T. does, she uses her powers.
Yeah.
E.T. uses it to fly, she uses it to move some shit without spoiling anything. And it's just like, it's
Something
so-
goes in the air
Yeah.
when they're all on the bike together.
Something
It's
large.
them the first. It's them and ET. It's the huge truck that time.
Yeah.
Dude,
And then,
I mean, like, this show is so fucking good, man. Like, you know how like I love talking about, like, I always think like Mr. Robot and I think Game of Thrones were the other prime examples in the past couple of years of TV, like having such phenomenal pacing for a show. I've never seen a show do pacing as well as this. Better than Game of Thrones, better than Mr. Robot. Like, every
One-
single episode had this like oh fucking shit moment. Like at least one, maybe even 2 or 3, especially towards the end, when the like right before like all the storylines started to like come together. I'm trying to say this like without saying any spoilers because I don't want to go into spoiler territory.
It's pretty quick. I mean, it's only 8 episodes.
That's what I was about to say, and there's no filler. There's literally no filler because
Yeah.
Devin was like kind of on her phone. Sometimes I was like, Devin, like you're literally missing something right now. So like by the end of the show, she was kind of like off her phone because I was like, this isn't a type of show that you can do that with. Like literally everything that's on that screen
You gotta
is
pay attention.
something that's progressing the story.
Yeah.
Whether it's the characters or just the main plot itself. So
Dude, talking about that though, I think that Netflix is going to start doing this a lot more often, where they release like their original shows,
yeah,
but their original shows are set up, like you said, pace wise to where it's just a long movie.
Yep.
Because just like that, where you're like, dude, I thought the same thing too when I was watching Stranger Things. I was like, dude, this thing is like, there's no filler. Everything is like important, and the way it's paced is just like
perfect.
Like honestly, if I had time and if I could sit down that long, I wish I
Watch
could have
the
watched
whole-
Stranger Things like all in one sitting.
Yeah.
It's the same way with the show that they just released, and I took a little while to watch it because I hate Jaden Smith, but The Get Down is the same way. Oh my bad, is the same way where it's 6 episodes, and every episode is set like a movie, and I mean not every, but like all the episodes link up together like
Yeah.
a movie. The only thing difference though is since the show is a little bit over stylized at points, because what it is the whole show is supposed to give you like a stylized
Can you shake the mouse? So I
That's-
can see?
like a stylized representation of how like hip hop like came to be. So whenever they're like at some place like doing like a rap battle, or they're at a disco, like the lights are real bright or anything like that. But I mean, then again, it's made by the same guy who made that Great Gatsby movie. But I think I think that show is like 20 times better than that Great Gatsby movie.
I'll have to watch it then. That's what I was gonna bring up, was really just Netflix itself,
Oh, dude, Netflix is changing the game.
dude. Like I think they're changing the game more than like HBO has been changing the game. Like even like the only thing is like Game of Thrones is Game of Thrones, but the thing is there's only 2 more seasons of that left, and you know it remains to be seen on if HBO is gonna.
Oh, but I
do
mean
a-
that's still just one show though.
that's what I'm saying. That's only one show. Like the new was it Eastworld or Westworld? Is it?
Oh yeah, I'm excited to see
That
this
looks
one.
really good. That's
Yeah.
coming out next month. But other than that, like HBO's always been like they always have that one trick pony like every so often. You know, Sopranos,
The Wire.
The Wire.
True Detective is kind of still like that, maybe.
Yeah, but no, like a lot of people thought the second season was just not
Yeah.
good. Like even my dad was like, it wasn't even like good. It was just okay.
Damn, that sucks.
Like he's like, and I tempered my expectations for it because it didn't have the same cast and everything.
No, yeah.
Um,
But I mean, that's not honestly how HBO's always been. Like, if you're somebody who wants like that premium channel, you'll watch like all the shows. But
yeah, dude, Netflix is just like even with damn it, I always forget about it until like I haven't even thought about it recently, but I still need to finish season 2 of Daredevil.
that is pretty fucking insane too. Like,
But like even that, dude, like that, what are those 10 episodes?
no,
How did
no,
mu-
it's 10 for the first season, and then I think it's 13 or maybe.
I wish they would
more.
trim those a little bit more. Like
Um,
after watching, because the thing is like that's why I stopped watching Daredevil. Is
Was it
I
too
watched the
long?
first 4 episodes and I was like, this is really good, but they really could have just done this whole story in 2 episodes.
No, yeah, that's
Like
how
they
I-
should have gotten to this point in 2 episodes.
That's how I feel about it too. That's why I stopped watching.
Yeah,
See,
like that.
When I
I
tell
wish,
people like that I don't really care for season 2. They're like, "What? What are you talking
dude. That's what I'm saying.
about?
Like
it
the
has
first
ninjas
season.
and it's awesome and it's like the actual comics and like it's not like paced well.
It's not
Yeah.
paced as good as the,
Like,
set,
then
the
they
first
just,
season.
First season was
introduce Elektra
paced-
and try to make her like a main character.
Yeah.
And that whole it messes up like the story. That
Like
they're
just
trying
don't
to
even
tell.
touch Elektra. Like I really feel like that's just like
I
the
just think
character
that, like,
that's.
the first season. Those 10 episodes were so solid. The way they told that story.
Yep. Well,
And
it was such
concluded
a
the story.
and it needed to be 10 episodes because of what it was trying to tell.
Mhm.
But like what they were trying to tell in those first 4 episodes, I was like, damn, dude, like I don't care. Like you're giving me like little pieces of information, and
He's
then
setting up all this.
that's
with, like,
setting- it's
the
so
guy,
much
like,
setup.
The old blind guy that trained him, and
bro, like
his,
this is
like,
what I
past
love
with
about like
Elektra and all
fucking about Stranger Things and before the first title sequence, the whole show set up. The whole show set up in the first 7 minutes. and everything's at a 10 from that point, and it just stays at it. Like I mean, like at a like alert level, like it just stays at a 10 for the whole show because there's always after like one thing gets resolved, or even before that one thing gets resolved, there's a whole nother like issue that you have to deal with, and there's always just something at every single corner. I didn't feel like Daredevil was really at least the first what would be third of the second season. Does it get better, Luther?
See, I agree with Greg. Like literally that first half of Daredevil season 2 is
Hard.
really paced like bad. But as soon as they get past that, like introducing, like Greg said, Elektra and introducing the Punisher, then it literally is like same thing as season 1, but just even more insane.
Okay.
It just sucks though that it took that while. But
I liked everything with Punisher. I felt like they should have just stuck with that and made it
No,
like
that's
a
what-
shorter season.
no, yeah,
But
that's
then
what
they,
sucks is putting
completely,
Elektra.
Like move on from Punisher and make him non-important, and then go into Elektra and all that.
Yeah.
With the
This is what
Ninja
gets me
Syndicate
so
or
excited. Is there's 8 episodes, and then they came out and said that season 2's coming out, and it's only gonna be 9 episodes. So I'm
Of
like,
what,
dude, like for
Stranger
Stranger
Things?
Things.
Oh, because they want to keep doing it like a long movie.
Yeah,
And also too, from what do they call the Duffer Brothers?
yeah.
They honestly
Geniuses.
want to get that show done like as soon as
Well, 'cause
possible.
the kids.
Yeah.
I watched a few interviews on them.
No, yeah.
'Cause I
No,
didn't-
yeah. That's what I was. I've been watching all that
Don't
stuff lately.
grow up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Stay this age.
Well, they were talking about they were trying to do like post production voiceovers and
they
certain,
couldn't
certain
'cause
things.
of his
They couldn't do
puberty.
it with Dustin, the kid,
Mhm.
the toothless guy.
Right.
Because by the time they were filming and by the time post production hit, I mean that kid grew, and they're like his voice was changing too much. They said his voice was changing just too much for them to do anything. I do know that season 2's a year after season 1. Well,
Oh,
that
no,
one's,
yeah,
that one's
yeah,
in the
yeah.
fall of '83. This one's in the fall of '84. So hopefully, they have maybe another year on them anyway. So they're probably going to be pacing the story out like that.
Excited.
I think it's only going to be like 3-4 seasons, which I hope it is. Unless they have more to tell. Like that's the thing is like I want them to stop when they want to finish their story and they're not like just trudging through the same shit.
Mhm.
I mean, that's why I'm excited for Game of Thrones. They're saying there's only literally 13 more episodes left in the last 2 seasons. I'm like,
Right.
good. Like, I don't want 10 episodes. Like, I just want everything to be done and done well. Like, I don't need filler episodes anymore. Or stuff that's leading up to that. So
We
I
don't
hope.
want,
I
we don't
hope.
want like 400 episodes like One Piece over here.
Hey,
that's
shout
fire.
out One Piece one time.
That's what I'm saying. Like the polar, literally, Stranger Things is like the polar opposite of like a One Piece or something like that. To where
Oh, you mean it's good?
damn, yeah, that's what I mean. Like I
Just
really, I don't like One Piece at all. So.
I've never given it a fair shake.
But do you
so-
guys think that Netflix is? Do you even think Netflix is gonna have a competitor though? Because I mean, dude, I don't know. Like
I don't know,
HBO,
just like in sheer variety of their exclusives,
Dude, they
they
just
got
keep pumping.
comedy, like,
They just keep pumping 'em out.
stand-up specials that they exclusively have, and then
Yeah.
they have like a serious drama like Narcos, and then they have like fun adventure comedy, and then they have
Yeah, no, Master of None. Dude, can't wait for season 2 of that.
dude, I can't wait for Master of None or Love. I don't know if you guys. It was Judd Apatow's.
I watched an episode of that and hated it. I
Dude, it
watched the
gets
pilot or
really
whatever.
good. It gets
I think I've also
really
seen the
good.
pilot. Only gave it like 10 minutes and was like, dude, I haven't laughed a single
Yeah, I
time.
didn't think it was funny at all.
It's not like it has parts where it's funny and it has parts where it's not trying to be funny.
I
if
don't
that makes
think
sense.
I don't think I get his humor.
Who, Judd Apatow?
Yeah,
Same here.
Not even like. I mean, he's made a lot of movies.
yeah, I know.
And
I've seen
you'd
some of
say
them,
you
but I don't think
you wouldn't
they're,
relate
like,
to any of
my
them.
favorite.
I like
Oh.
Judd Apatow. I think it's a really good story though. But even if you don't like it, I mean, like that's the thing that's awesome about Netflix is their
Right,
exclusives. Is like, dude, cool. There's one exclusive you've never seen or just didn't particularly like. Well, cool. There's another one for you. I mean,
Dude, talking about Netflix exclusives, anyone who even thought Daredevil season 1 was awesome, please, if you're listening to this, watch my girl Jessica Jones.
see, I need to. I've watched the
Because-
first 2 episodes.
Because talking about being paced like well, dude, the way Jessica Jones is dude, just Jessica Jones in general has to be the best superhero like TV show I've ever seen.
Which I need. That's why I need to watch it. How do you feel? How do you guys feel? And I watched the trailer for it and all that type of stuff. I'm not really feeling it for Luke Cage. Like I feel like that's
Really?
gonna be the first like
I'm feeling it.
Marvel.
It looks alright to me.
It looks
It looks alright.
completely
It looks
just alright. Like it doesn't look bad, but like Jessica Jones had this like really cool supernatural appeal. Daredevil had the hey we're fucking doing Daredevil right appeal, and then I don't know like
Oh, see,
I think it's one of those things we're just not familiar with the character that much. I
No,
think
yeah.
It'll. Have
but even
a lot to
Jessica
prove for
Jones
us, but I
like that's
think
that's
it could be.
that's
like,
my counter
way
argument.
better than
Maybe
Jessica
maybe
Jones.
yeah maybe but like my counter argument would be like I knew less about Jessica Jones than I did Luke
Let me-
Cage.
let me tell you
The
guys
action looks good for sure.
what'll fix this Luke Cage problems of you guys. Everybody here other than me has either not finished Jessica Jones or seen Jessica Jones, right?
I've seen part of it. I haven't
Oh, I like
Fini-
him in it, but I like him as a side character.
Oh no. By the end of that thing, by the end of Jessica Jones, you will want to see his
Okay.
show.
Okay.
Because like they always hint like he has something weird about his past, and then by I think it's like episode something he just disappears.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, like I'll have to watch it, but I don't need to. I was going through my list, kind of like taking some stuff off. That was like, I was like, I'm never gonna watch that, and I saw that yesterday. I was like, damn, dude, I completely forgot about that. I need to watch that because they don't really advertise it that much.
What Jessica Jones?
Just their Marvel stuff.
No, they
Like,
only
it kinda
do it
just
like the
happens.
month when they come
I was
out.
about to say like the month it comes out, and then they just never even like have anything about it anymore. And I'm like,
Well, they
what
have
a
so many
weird.
shows they gotta promote.
Yeah.
I know, but it's just a
They gotta
weird
promote
thing.
Grace
But
and Frankie.
But like no, but there's. Are you talking about the two girls? The two ladies that like
Yes, Nathan, yes, that one.
no, what is it? What is it? Their
Like two
their
older
husbands
ladies or
leave
something.
because they end up being gay.
I don't know. I don't give a.
I heard it's funny. I heard it's really funny.
No, I haven't seen Grace and Frankie, but I always see it trying to recommend it. I'm like, dude, I don't give a fuck about this show.
My mom showed me a couple scenes and
Bro, you
I was
might love that
laughing.
show if you just gave it a chance.
That's what I was about to
Oh,
say.
I mean,
It's
like,
like
my-
the new Golden Girls.
I was gonna say the same thing.
like
I
the
haven't seen
humor
the
that
New Girls
that
and
I've
Girls.
seen
Two
from that
branches.
show. Yeah, the humor that I've seen from that show is really good,
Really?
and it's directed well from what I've seen, and yeah, just through and through. My parents both said that it's just a really well written comedy, and it's one of those it's one of those comedies to where like you are laughing left and right, but you're also like connecting with the characters a lot. So
Okay.
I like it when you can do both. I mean, there's a few shows. There's shows. I mean, like I like watching Futurama. And I don't do as much character growth in that, but I mean, that's more.
What are you talking about? Fry grows so much as a character. He just gets
He
dumber
grows a little bit.
and dumber and dumber.
He did get
Yeah.
Bender guy. Bender's my favorite.
Oh, Bender's the shit.
And then
You grow
Zoidberg
to-
gets
you grow to
clumsier and
like the
clumsier
character.
and clumsier.
You don't grow to grow with the character, and if that makes sense.
You would like to enjoy them, like.
I watch Futurama and like those characters because every time I watch an episode, I know what to expect from Bender. Like I'm ready for that Bender humor or whoever's the main lead in that
It's like
episode.
You feel like you really know them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
While shows like that have growth. Well, I mean, like Stranger Things has growth with the characters, completely different. Like Jacob's completely different from the beginning with 11 towards the end, or how he was towards the end, stuff like that, or Hopper's growth from the first episode to the last episode. I mean, like, dude, you're like, man, he's just this like loser cop.
I think he's a jerk.
Yeah, and you're like, God, I don't like this character.
This guy said mornings are for
For
contemplation and
coffee
coffee.
and contemplation. Mornings are for
Damn.
coffee and contemplation. But anyway, you want to talk about movies as well?
Okay, so let me start this off instead of just. I mean, I'll let you guys know. I've been watching a whole bunch of war movies lately, and I noticed something.
War never changes.
War as hell.
No, not. I mean that yeah. I learned that in like the first 10 minutes of Saving Private Ryan.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
Also,
But,
before you go into that, what did you think of that?
Saving Private Ryan.
The Normandy scene.
Oh,
When
dude,
they-
I thought it was insane.
like,
The only.
you just jaw dropped the whole time.
No, yeah.
At least that's how I
Where
was.
he puts the camera, like
Yeah.
that, like perspective from inside the boat as soon as it hits the shore.
Oh, and then the
drops
thing just
door.
drops and all those heads. Ooh, you
Oh
just hear
my
those
God.
bullets just flying.
It's insane.
Fucking helmets flying off. People's heads getting shot.
Just that perspective.
I mean, even before the door drops, 'cause, dude, like it starts off, and I can't remember if he's narrating or something, but it just starts off, and it's just like where Greg says the way he's placing the camera, like you're just looking at everybody's face, and they all know what they're about to see is probably some shit like they've never seen before. Everybody's just quiet, and then it pans over to somebody else, and then you just see the dude to the left of this guy gets his head just blown back, and everybody's like, okay, and that's when everybody starts ducking and bullets are whizzing past everywhere, and you look into the boat to your left, one just like exploded, the boat to the right, like half of those people are getting killed even though they're ducking down, and then the door drops, and then they're even getting slaughtered even more because they're getting just taken down by like machine gun
like
fire.
the first row of people are just getting obliterated.
I know,
Dude,
yeah,
it's insane.
that movie's
Yeah,
insane.
I gotta watch this.
No,
You
yeah,
haven't seen it? The dude fucking like trying to grab his arm, and
no,
the dude
and
that's like trying to pull his guts back in.
Yeah.
Even though the dude's gonna die. He's sitting there in shock trying to get his guts back, and you're like, what the fuck?
and it's insane too because it's the only other movie that I've seen an action scene like that in, and for some weird reason I'm just like, dude, this is so Star Wars because it like honestly all they'd have to do is instead of like doing all the bullets whizzing past, just blaster bolts, and you just be like, oh, okay, this is like a Star Wars battle because that's how many bullets are like flying through the air and explosions are going off like
That's what I'm
literally.
hoping Rogue One is.
Yeah, I hope Rogue
Seriously,
One
I'm
has
Yeah,
hoping
some
it's
really
like
same,
Saving Private Ryan.
and
intense.
same.
Like honestly.
Dude, same here. I'm hoping that movie is just fucking amazing.
But what I like about Saving Private Ryan too, before you get to the other things, is it has characters that you really wouldn't think that are gonna be in a war movie.
No, yeah.
You have the guy. You
Vin
have the.
Diesel.
Well, no. I'm talking
He's
about
in
like.
it?
No,
Yeah.
you find the guy that
He's
like
awesome.
yeah, it's like it's before he became like
Did he have hair?
No,
No.
he literally looks like
Vin Diesel.
Vin Diesel from like Fast 1, but just a little smaller.
Yeah,
Oh, wow, okay.
he's just not as buff. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, you have like the Christian sniper.
He's
He's my favorite.
Oh, I love that guy. My favorite line is his first. I mean, not his first line, but one of the lines he says like early on in the movie where he goes, "Man, I'm just too good at this." He goes, "I guarantee you, get me in a mile radius of Hitler. We're going home, boys. War over." And I'm
Yeah.
like, "Damn, this guy's like that confident."
But you have the guy that like has a lot of regrets. The one he tells like the story of like his mom coming home and him pretending to be asleep because like he didn't know why he did it.
No, yeah.
Like he's like, man, I really wish I never did that. He's like, now that I'm in war, I wish I just popped up and talked to my mom. He's
Yeah.
like, because I'm never gonna have that again. And it's the medic guy. And then when he's gone, and I don't know, that scene when he dies is like, I cried in it. And then you have like the guy that's like a coward. He's like
Oh, dude, that guy.
fuck him.
No, yeah, just
It's
be.
made-
No, dude, just like there's this like, and it's crazy too because like they kind of foreshadow what literally is gonna happen.
Yep.
And then when it happens, you're just sitting there the whole time like, bro, like, come on, like, yeah, like, come on, why is this going on right now?
And you want it like you really just want to like. It's one of the few scenes in like any movie that I've like truly just wanted to go inside of that movie. And,
Oh
like,
yes,
and like fucking do it myself.
yeah,
'Cause
honestly,
just like no, it's happening. Oh my fucking god, it's gonna happen, and this guy's just gonna let that happen.
no, yeah, and
'Cause
it's
he's a
crazy too
fucking
because
coward.
it was literally all preventable.
Yep.
Oh,
Like all
If
he,
the guy just did this one thing,
yeah,
like he wasn't even gonna like, he was going to succeed if he did.
yeah, that's the same thing too. Is there's no way he could have fucked up doing what he needed to do.
But he didn't do it
What
because
Yeah.
he was a coward.
Yeah,
So he just dipped and ran?
I mean, I don't want to. I'll just say he hid. That's all I'll say.
Okay.
Cause like when it
That's one of
happens,
the few scenes I
Yeah.
kind of ruined one of the deaths, but yeah, there's some stuff towards the end that I want to not spoil.
but
Or the sniping scene where
oh yeah,
right into the eye.
that shit was awesome.
I was like, dude, that guy's fucking dope. He shoots this. There was
Oh, like
basically
the guy who
it was
got
two
shot in the
snipers.
eye.
No, it was a sniper and then a Nazi sniper and like a fucking tower, and then everybody's trying to hide. And dude, he shoots that one shot and it goes inside of the Nazi scope right into his fucking eye.
It's insane too because like this whole time while the Nazi's scoping around, you already know that the other sniper's literally posted up and just taking his time, like getting his aim right with this
That's
other
like the
guy.
Christian Sniper?
Yeah, and then like the Nazi's like panning over, seeing these people run away. He's like, nah, I'm good. And then he finally notices this guy's about to snipe him, and he's taking his time. And right before he even has anything, he's fucking done.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Dude, and then and you see it and you're like, oh shit, dude.
Yeah.
It's awesome. It's
No, yeah.
really good.
That's
But,
Call of Duty shit.
No, I'm glad though you brought up Saving Private Ryan first because Saving Private Ryan is what started like this whole movie, like war movie thing with me. And then I also noticed something. you guys would all hold Steven Spielberg as like a
One
top.
of the greatest.
Yeah.
I'd say top 3 for me.
James
Same.
Cameron.
How about Tarantino?
Oh yeah.
Tarantino's like
Not
my
for me.
favorite.
He's low
Top
for me,
5 for
but
me.
He's low, but I mean, you would.
I
I would-
appreciate what he does.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like I love some of his movies, like Django. I love Django.
Yeah.
Have you seen Hateful Eight yet?
No,
You need to see Hateful Eight. That's my favorite
I love
Tarantino
Pulp
movie.
Fiction too.
I would have to agree. And a lot of people go with
Hateful Eight,
Django.
But I
like,
don't like
Hateful Eight is like
Yeah.
a spectacle.
Yeah.
Like I fucking love that movie. The characterization in that movie is insane. Like that's what I like about Tarantino is how he portrays characters. Like he has these stereotypes, but they're almost necessary at times.
Sure.
I like how he plays like race in almost all of his movies.
Yeah.
Like I mean, like it has to. Like
'Cause I mean,
there's
yes,
always race, race tensions, no matter
Yeah.
where you go, and like he always does it exceptionally well. He doesn't do it in like the I'm right or you're wrong kind of thing. Like what I love about Tarantino is his characters are just sitting in this like morally gray area. Like even the quote unquote good guys, just like like Django. Like some of the stuff Django does in that movie isn't fucking right, but
Right.
it's almost like necessary.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, yeah, Tarantino too. And then also, cause like I messaged you guys earlier, for some weird reason I just wanted to watch like Stanley Kubrick movies, so I watched like 3 of those. I watched Clockwork Orange.
Never seen it.
Oh, dude.
Dude,
yes.
that movie.
That's a weird movie.
That is
I mean,
the,
it's
that is
Kubrick.
that is literally the weirdest, like weirdest for weird movie. Not like weird like Human Centipede or like a Serbian film. It's just like
Oh, you seen Serbian film?
no, I haven't seen, but I mean I pretty much
You
know
know
the
of
jo-
it,
yeah.
Like Human Centipede's doing is weird because it's trying to be weird.
No, yeah, and it's weird too. And then honestly too, Nathan, you'd probably like it after you know what it's kind of about. Cause I was kind of confused after.
Don't go too much into it. 'Cause I want to kind of go.
No,
blind.
I'm not going too much into it. But like, cause I was kind of confused because the way the movie is laid out, they never explain to you why the world looks a little weird. But then you find out that it's based on a book that's like a dystopian like future.
Okay.
So that's why that book is like that. Because like it's like the movies was made in the 60s and it looks 60s, but at the same time,
I thought the movie was made.
Yeah, no,
that
it
was
really
like early. I
holds
thought
up.
that
No.
was early 70s
Clockwork Orange, I want to say
or
no. No, it's 68 for 2001: A
Fact
Space
check.
Odyssey, and then it's 71 for Clockwork Orange.
Okay, that's what I'm about to say. Like I really no, dude. I'm IMDb master.
But no, yeah. So
IMDb on deck.
and then a little bit after Clockwork Orange, he makes Full Metal Jacket, and that's when I started looking up more stuff, and I realized a lot of these famous directors have made just one war movie,
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
and
I mean, dude, I wouldn't want to fucking do like 2 war movies.
Nolan's about to do one too.
no, yeah,
Oh,
see, that's what I'm saying. Like all
what
these
is
big
it? What is
guys.
it called? Dude, I can't remember what it's called.
I can't remember.
I'm stoked for it.
Yeah, I saw a trailer. Yeah,
Yeah, it looks awesome.
it looks good.
But no, yeah.
Hope
So
it's
like,
R.
I wanted to know.
I don't think it will be, knowing his budgets.
I wanted to know if you guys think. I wouldn't say it's like a rite of passage with these directors, but do you feel like these guys are obligated to make a war movie?
Like who? Are you
Like-
talking about
Like you're saying, like, top
these
tier
big
Like,
writers?
these top tier directors that I just mentioned.
No.
Because like even Tarantino made Inglourious Bastards.
Yeah, but that's not a war
Yeah,
movie.
it really
Like
isn't
I
a
really
war
wouldn't
movie.
consider.
But
that
see,
a war
you want to
movie.
one of the only reason I consider that a war movie is because of Full Metal Jacket. Full Metal Jacket is technically a war movie, and if you watch the whole thing,
But they go to war.
they go
Dunkirk.
they go to war too in Inglourious Bastards.
Yeah, but it's more of like a story than about the characters than it is about the whole war.
I was about to say that's a very
no, but I mean-
You see
characterized,
what I'm saying?
fictional, very,
More- yeah,
very.
more
No,
than-
yeah,
very
no, I feel that
fictional.
too, but I mean, there are points though where there's like decent sized battles in Inglourious Bastards.
But I wouldn't even.
Okay.
Yeah, but like I would still say it's more of an action movie than a war movie because that movie is. Every other thing you've said, even with Full Metal Jacket, is more grounded in our world, while Tarantino is in this very just Tarantino world. Like
Oh no, I mean I feel that too, but it's still at the end of the day though.
I would
he
not
could-
consider that a war movie at all.
But I mean it's in World War II. That's
It's
I'm-
in World War II. I mean,
Doesn't
but
make
like,
it a war movie.
it doesn't like that
I
doesn't
wouldn't
make
call
it a.
the Diary
like,
of
that
Anne
is
Frank
this-
a war movie.
Okay,
Yeah.
can I ask you guys a question?
I would.
Everybody
consider
here's
that-
seen Inglourious Bastards, right?
Yes.
So, what would you say the end conclusion is to the movie. So you're telling me right now you don't consider a war movie, so they don't stop the war?
But it's not about that.
Wait, let me ask you a question. How is it not about that if that's what the whole movie leads up into? Do they stop a war? Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes.
I understand. I understand. I completely understand you. When it comes to Tarantino, he's a weird person, and he likes to see, like, it's technically a war movie, but I understand when you guys say he made it way, way, way more than just a war movie.
But like, I wouldn't walk out of that and go, oh, like my granddad likes war movies. I
Yeah.
would not go and say you should watch that movie.
Oh no,
'Cause
no.
you like war movies.
But I mean,
it's
it-
a movie set during a war.
No,
That's
yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying.
Time,
I would say while the movies you're depicting are all about war, while this is more like World War II is more of a setting. It is more
See-
about that group of people than it is the war itself.
Dude, the only reason I brought this up is because I've already seen Full Metal Jacket like 3 times.
Oh,
No, yeah, because dude, I don't know why, but I just
what did you think of it? 'Cause
no, dude,
3 times is awesome.
I think it's like, don't get me wrong, Saving Private Ryan is an amazing movie, but I prefer Full Metal Jacket just because of what you're saying right now, where it is set in Vietnam, but it is the characters that make that movie.
Yeah.
And that's the only reason why I'm throwing Inglourious Bastards in as a war movie. Because same thing in Full Metal Jacket, you have all these people who they've like established, and they die at some point in the movie. Same with Inglourious Bastards, they have all these people who they've established, the fucking Bear Jew, all these guys, and it's a war. So what happens? Some shit goes bad sometimes, and they die.
Like, I just wouldn't put it in there because it is fictionalized.
See, but
It
I would put
is-
it in there though because everything has a bigger genre. Don't get me wrong; it is fictional history. And spoiler alert, anybody who
I'd say
hasn't
it's
seen
more of
Inglourious
a.
Bastards,
I would say it's more of a.
I mean, dude,
Wolf-
it's
like
fine if
Wolfenstein.
you want to give it like a.
Wolfenstein isn't a World War II video game. Why? Because it's set in a futuristic world where World War II was won by the Nazis.
I mean, dude, that's all. That's
know
cool
what I
and all,
mean?
but all my point I've been trying to get across is just all these directors have made movies. Hey, if you want to hear it this way, movies in war.
Yeah.
Okay, so all I wanted to know was, do you guys think it's something like, is it like an unspoken thing, like a rite of passage for these guys, or?
I don't think it's a rite of passage. I think it's something that's tackled usually every about, I would say, at least twice a decade. And a very noticeable director jumps into one, and I think it's one of those things to where it's just become a, hey, I'm one of the biggest, like not in a ego way, but in a, I'm one of the biggest directors in the world right now, and I would like to take my take. I have a different take on this, and I'd like to approach it that way.
No, yeah, I think they see stories they want to tell.
Yeah,
in
I
the,
really
like,
think it's just
in
that.
past events or in like those settings. So I think a lot of them actually probably just have a general fascination with World War II,
Yeah,
and that's where it kind of stems from. They read about certain battles or certain stories, and they're like, oh, I would love to take this and interpret it into my vision of a movie for it.
True. And also those movies are very expensive to make, and I don't think most studios are going to jump on a World War II movie with a very unknown director. So I think having many of these directors have very huge successful movies before they did their war movie shows that it might be one of those things to where, like, hey, I did want to do a World War II movie before this, but like I just wasn't able to as a director. Like, I wanted a $200 million budget, but when I was...
I feel like that's what George Lucas did with Red Tails.
yeah,
he
so
he
even
was
he
only
made-
a producer. He was only one of the producers.
Oh, really? But
Yeah, I thought he had more...
I thought like all the dogfighting was like his vision. Like he wanted to make that.
Maybe. I don't know.
Oh.
I know his studio is part of that, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I think it's the, hey, I can basically do whatever I'm Steven Spielberg. I can do whatever the fuck I want. I'm going to do a war movie.
No, but see,
I'm
another reason I
Tarantino.
ask is I feel like, don't get me, like I said, I watched Full Metal Jacket 3 times, and I would love to watch Saving Private Ryan again. It's just as long as fuck. But those movies are really good. But at the same time, though, I feel like they're just they're locking themselves into kind of like a vacuum. Not in a vacuum, but just like in this like in the spot when you've seen them make other movies like that honestly don't have like a set place, and those movies were amazing. I just think it's weird though that most of these directors, like I said, eventually make a war movie instead of just making like just random any type of movie they want to make.
I mean, maybe they just want to approach a different type of thing. I don't know. Like,
No, I'm just saying. I thought it was weird.
I think that's what I'm saying. There's only a few amount of directors that have the caliber that you're speaking
Yeah.
of. So I think when you get to that caliber, it's just one of those. I don't think it's a like rite of passage, but I think it's a, hey, I'm in this upper echelon, and I basically have to say, like, I think Christopher Nolan's well enough spoken for he made 3 amazing Batman movies: Inception, Interstellar, I mean Memento, if you want to get into his like older movies. Like, he's had enough movies to where like he can just do whatever the fuck he wants, and the studio is probably just gonna say, hey, here's how much money you need. You know, and like these movies are very, 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 very expensive to do, and I think that's the main reason why. And a lot of them you use practical effects.
It's also the reason why a lot of up-and-coming directors start in horror, because it's
Yeah.
cheaper.
It's cheap.
And then they can make a more affordable movie, get more well-known, and then from there.
They start
Do what
branching
they
off
wanna
bigger
do.
movies, maybe.
But yeah, I think that's a valid point. Like, war movies need large budgets.
Yeah.
So it's usually going to be those bigger, well-established directors that have money backing behind them.
Yeah,
that really make
and you usually only see it when, like you said, like not even are you a well-known director. You know, you're almost like the star of your own film. Like with Christopher Nolan, think of another person that's made a couple movies in the past like 5-6 years that has the caliber of Christopher Nolan slapping his name on the front of his movie. Like, think of another director. Like, I can't think of another one. Like, other than Tarantino, but, like, I mean, like, his movies are more on the, he's not on the mass appeal side that I would say that Christopher Nolan is by any means. I mean, you look at how much money a Christopher Nolan movie makes. I mean, you're almost guaranteed $1 billion.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, you're liked on a mass appeal, but you're also liked on a critical appeal, too. Because, I mean, like, you could say the same thing about, like, a Michael Bay film, because his movies make a shit ton of money,
He
but
makes
like
good war movies too. Apparently.
what movies?
What
movie? What?
The
Transformers.
most recent one I think was that. What was it? Is it 14 hours or something?
Oh, I need to see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
was-
see, like that
apparently
movie,
was
like
really
that was a lot more of a lower budget movie. Like you could see like Spielberg's like Saving Private Ryan is on a grand scale. You know, I don't think that movie really had a scene that like the Normandy scene had, or the last battle in Saving Private Ryan. But I don't have anything to go on like Full Metal Jacket because I haven't seen it. But
Dude,
I need to.
honestly,
I know I'd love it.
no, not even. I'm not even telling you to see it. This is just me being a greedy little kid and trying to watch it again. But if you go to your house anytime in the next 3
hit you
months,
up and watch it in the theater.
oh, dude, I want to see that movie in the theater.
Oh, I bet it's good. What is it? Yeah, I haven't been watching too many movies in
Oh,
where I'm
dude,
living
other
now
than-
solely because I don't have that theater.
Oh no, dude. The only reason I've been watching, I mean, I say a decent bit of war movies, but I've only seen like probably like 4. That's just because I've been hanging out with my friend Aaron, and those are the movies he likes watching. So
I just like my thing is like I can't watch those movies. Like I can't keep watching them. I saw Saving Private Ryan once. That's
Yeah.
it. That's all. I don't think I can sit through that movie again.
I'm like weird. Like certain ones affect me differently and like really disturb me. And then
Dude, that
other
scene
ones don't.
disturbs me. Like it
Saving
does.
Private Ryan doesn't disturb me at all.
That scene
I
does.
just think
That
it's,
scene
like,
fucks me up. The
fantastic.
rest of the movie's like a good movie.
Really?
It's a
oh no,
good
yeah,
Spielberg-
no, the
But
But
first
it's that Normandy
yeah.
scene gets me, dude.
Hmm.
Like it's really fucking gross.
It's crazy.
that Normandy scene gets me.
I guess maybe I'm
Um,
like desensitized by it now because I've seen the movie enough. I don't know.
The ending part in the middle half. I mean, in the first half, the ending part of the first half of Full Metal Jacket kind of makes me feel a little weird, and then the very ending of Full Metal Jacket was just where like, damn.
Oh, the middle half when they're in the bathroom.
Yeah, when they're in the bathroom.
Oh,
that part.
That scene fucked me up.
That part fucks me up.
But you said they also make only one movie. I think it's just one of those things where like I don't if I was a director and I had that caliber and I said, hey, I have the caliber to make a movie like this, I think I'd do it. But I think I'd do it once because I mean that's probably such a stressful shoot.
No, but you see though, like that's the reason why I think it's weird though, because like see like Spielberg and all these other people, like they're like you guys said that by the time they decide they want to do a war movie, they're already well established and they can literally make anything else they want to do. That's the only reason why I thought it was weird. I was like, why would you want to like make a movie of just like honestly about like mass like death?
Because it's very psychological. I mean, like
No,
Full Metal
yeah.
Jacket doesn't Full Metal Jacket deal with a lot
Yeah.
of the psychological?
Yeah.
And it's not always like just about war and like
I mean, like,
death
yeah,
and
dude.
No,
like,
murder.
I mean, like Saving
Pearl Harbor, for example, they tried to tell a love story in that.
Yeah,
Oh,
which
okay.
that fucking failed.
I know, but like I'm trying
Yeah.
to like I'm
It's
just
still
saying like
upset.
that's
Oh,
an
yeah,
example
yeah.
of a war movie that tried to do something different.
A little bit
Yeah.
different, yeah. Especially
It's
with
like
some.
the whole Pearl Harbor part, the actual war part of them.
I was
is
like, oh, shit.
fantastic.
Like, dude, check out American Sniper for real, because there's a really fucked up scene in that movie.
Oh no, dude, I want to see it now
everybody was
after
talking about
after I
that movie
watch all
back
these
in
You
other
guys
ones.
seen Hurt Locker?
That's the
No.
one I was talking about that I thought I've seen.
It's good.
Not the Green Zone one. I know. I think I have seen the one called Green Zone, and I have seen
That's
Hurt
the one
Locker.
with Hawkeye, right?
Jeremy Renner. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to
I
see
like
it. No, but Saving Private Ryan tackles with literally like a like ragtag group of people, and like they
Lots
become
of
friends in the
different,
process.
human emotions.
Very and just very different people,
different personalities.
and like, dude, you're just watching like people you've become friends with die in your arms, all that type of stuff. I mean, like, dude, when the med kit the medical guy died, like I said, I cried, like, you know, because you hear this story when they're literally sitting in a like an abandoned church, hearing fucking like missiles in the air and all that stuff. It's like they're trying to go to sleep and there's fucking, you hear bombs going off, you know, just a few miles away. I'm like, that's just a horrible thing. He's telling this horrible story, and then in his last minute of life, he starts yelling out because he regrets all the things he did in his life, and you're like, damn. Like, it really that movie was like, it showed a different side of like what I didn't know Spielberg could do that, you know. What do you think Spielberg could do? You think he could do magical movies like Indiana Jones and in E.T. and stuff like that, you know, and pulling your heartstrings in different ways, but like he took a very serious turn with that movie. I think he did another one, Munich. I never saw that one, but supposedly that's another phenomenal movie.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's about war.
Mm-hmm.
It is about war. I can't remember what war it is though.
I think
It's in
it's
like a
about,
third
like-
world country, I
I thought
think.
it was just a bombing.
Yeah, it was
Something
about
Or
a
bombing.
bombing.
Yeah.
In
Very
Germany.
serious still. Yeah. Very serious matters. But that's my take on the war movies.
No, I mean,
do
yeah.
you have anything else to add?
No, that's it. I mean, I definitely think they're an interesting genre.
It
now.
is. It's something that I can't watch a lot of though.
I feel like there was a point in time where there were a bunch of them. coming
That's
out
that's
that-
another reason too
It's
why.
like, I'm trying to think. It was some point in the 2000s, but there was like Wind Talkers and We Were Soldiers, and then
Yeah.
all these movies, just like back-to-back war movies coming out.
We saw
And I
bigger
feel like
budgets with
older,
movies.
Like back in the day, there was a lot of
Budget. I think there's a lot of post production stuff that they were able to do that made it a lot more realistic.
maybe.
That's the only reason
the mix
why-
of special effects mixing with practical effects. I think in the early 2000s had a lot of movies like that. Yeah, there's a lot of serious movies in the early 2000s. But
But most of them you go back to, and it's like We Were Soldiers, where there's like scenes in the movie, and you're just like,
man, this fucking sucks.
It's
Gibson
weird.
directed that as well,
Yeah.
right?
Man taking a picture.
Gibson
Yeah.
directed that as well, right?
I think so.
Yeah. I'd
Dude,
watch.
you
I'll
can-
just watch The
Mel Gibson's a
Patriot.
weird director to me, dude.
Dude, you can literally tell though Mel Gibson
He's a
like
weird guy.
directed We Were Soldiers, just because I mean like no offense to anyone who's like being religious, but you can tell like the way that We Were Soldiers is, you're just like,
It's weird. It's weird enough to go say it's Mel Gibson.
no, yeah, you're like, okay, like if I didn't know Mel Gibson was a raging Catholic, I definitely know after this movie.
You definitely know after Passion of the Christ. So
Oh no, but see though, that's before though, because like you know how like most people like they see Mel Gibson now and then like they remember him from like Mad Max and stuff like that, and they're like, where did he go wrong? Da, da, da. And I was like, bruh, if you would have seen We Were Soldiers, you would have known
No,
exactly
no,
what he was trying to do.
His parents were really fucking weird.
Oh,
Like,
no,
his
no.
dad was supposedly like fucked up,
Oh, dude, I
like
bet.
beyond repair. I think that's where a lot of his like psychological issues come from, which sucks. Because he's a good director, I still think, regardless of whether you think he's weird or not. He's made some amazing movies.
No, yeah, like
and
even
been in some amazing. I'm fucking Braveheart, dude. Like,
still haven't seen that one or the Mad
you
Max
haven't
ones
seen
he's been on.
Braveheart? Braveheart, it's on Netflix. watch it, man. Like I know it's not war in like a war movie that you're thinking of. Like
Oh
you're
no,
thinking more
I'm
like,
not even talking about. I'm trying to keep watching war movies because, like I said,
I
other
watched
than
Braveheart, dude. Braveheart's not as like war movie like that you've been thinking of. Because like World War movies are very different, I think, than other movies. Like even The Patriot's very different than Saving Private Ryan. So that's all I gotta say now.
And that's all I have to say about that.
And that's all. Is that Forrest Gump?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nathan's out.
all
Part
right.
of that movie's a war movie.
I was fucking gonna say that. Or like I was gonna say when he's like, "Do you think there's a war movie?" I was like, "Do you think Forrest Gump's a war movie?"
Yeah. Part of it is.
I mean,
But it's like I would say, but like how like that's not a war movie, but war is a big plot in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
War is a big plot in Inglourious Bastards, but like I don't think it is about. It is more about killing. It's more about this plan than it is the war itself, and I think that's why I would consider that more of an espionage-ish movie than a war movie. Yes, they are trying to kill Hitler and end the war, but like it's really about not getting captured by the bad guy
Right.
and trying to get this whole plan that's set in World War II. You know what I mean? Like I think
I'm gonna be honest. Nah, I don't.
I think he honestly could have switched that movie. I honestly think you're not on the battle line, like battle lines, like in all the other movies that you're talking about. With
No,
the
see,
people
I
in
dude,
Inglourious
I get
Basterds.
that too, but let me show you because I mean you're gonna keep trying to convince me to like see this, but I mean I don't because I consider, like I said, the war movie like a big genre, like how there is rock, rap, and stuff, and then you have tiny sub things. I understand Tarantino chose war, but he went so down that you can literally say, okay, I get it, like it's
Would
been
you
so
consider
diluted.
Star Wars a war?
Star Wars a war movie?
Because it is a war movie.
I mean, yeah, I mean, I would consider it a war movie. It's called Star Wars.
But see, like, but like you're saying, when I think of war movies, I think of the movies you were bringing up, not
That's
Inglourious
the thing.
Bastards.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
No, I understand that, but I'm just saying though, only reason I brought that movie up is because I'm saying someone as weird as Tarantino, and you see him go back to like pretty much Civil War times with Django. You see him kind of go back to that same time with Hateful Eight, and you see him do Pulp Fiction, which is just a movie. You can't really put that into anything. You see him do like Jackie Brown. You see him Kill Bill. Because all I'm saying though, it's weird that he does all these things, and then like he chose to like put himself into like a subsection like war movie. See, like Kill Bill 2, like if you were to ask me like, hey man, give Kill Bill a genre, I'd say martial arts movies. But when most people think about martial arts movies, you're thinking of Jackie Chan going,
But
and
Kill Bill plays homage to those movies, though. It's
No, yeah,
inspired, so
but I'm
that
saying though,
makes sense.
no,
And that whole movie is like an hour and a half of martial arts.
Yeah. So
No,
but-
yeah.
This
but-
movie is not 2 hours of being on like the battlefield. It's not like that's
no,
what I'm
because
saying.
hey, it's like the same thing you said though. It's a special select soldiers, but at the end of the day though, the way I see it, and I said, like I understand where you guys are coming, but what I'm saying, where I'm coming from, I see it as a war movie, but at the same time, I'm not gonna be like, hey yo, Gabe, you like war movies, right? Check out Inglourious Bastards, because I know if you were to see it, you wouldn't think of it as a war movie. I'm just saying,
no.
me personally, I think of it as a war movie
I'd
because
say-
it's set up in
but
World
it's like
War II.
this. I'd put it in this way. Like I'd say Christopher Nolan, Steven Spielberg, Quentin Tarantino, Martin Scorsese. Which one's the outlier? Quentin Tarantino. Why? Because he's a out of all those other people, those are very traditional cinematic like blockbuster almost directors, while Tarantino is a art director. And he took he quote unquote made a war movie, but like it's a art film more than anything. And that's why I wouldn't put it in like my category of war. Like you said, all those other movies, and I feel like Inglourious Bastards is the outlier.
Yeah.
That's why I don't think considered it a war movie.
No, yeah, but I mean,
Because
there's always
it's
outliers.
not
though.
it's not about the okay. Here's the best way to put it. All those other movies that you just brought up are about dealing with the effects of being a frontline guy in war. While
Okay, wait. I just realized something. Let me ask you a question
unless,
though.
Unless
'Cause I
Full Metal
understand-
Jacket isn't.
But I wouldn't.
No, wait.
I wouldn't categorize every war movie as just being an infantryman. You know.
Oh no, but every single movie he brought up was, and then
Yeah.
Inglourious Bastard wasn't.
Okay, no. Hey, let me ask you though this, and then I want the conversation to end though. I know you guys aren't considering it a war movie though, but without Inglorious Bastards, like I said, quote unquote, falling under the genre of war movie, could the intro scene have ever happened? Do you guys know what intro scene I'm talking about?
It's been a while since I've seen that.
Where the Nazis come to the guy's house,
Yeah.
they ask
yeah.
for Jews.
And they're underneath. The
Yes.
bed, yeah.
Tell me though,
Yeah.
if the movie wasn't set in World War II and under the category of a World War movie, and Tarantino wasn't trying to portray it as a war movie, could that first scene have happened? And you know how pivotal that scene is to the rest of the movie.
I mean, I see your.
Because,
point,
hey,
okay.
Thank you.
But I
But
say it's more of a setting.
Hey, do you understand too that the beginning and ending of that movie couldn't have happened if it wasn't in a war, and if it wasn't for them trying to
just
stop a
'cause
war?
it's set in a
Dude,
war
I was about to say,
doesn't
dude,
make it
that's
a
like-
war
that's-
movie.
No, but I mean, I'm just still saying though.
It's
It's
the same thing with, like you said with Forrest Gump. Yeah, that war part of the movie is very
And guess what?
critical to the movie, but it's not a war movie.
no, I like I'm telling you, I understand that, but I'm still saying I'm putting it under the genre of a war movie.
I'd put that movie in a genre of espionage before I would put it in a war movie.
All right, cool.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's why I wouldn't consider it a. I wouldn't tag Inglourious Bastards as a war movie. I'd say it's a movie set in a war setting. You know,
All right.
like that's what I'm saying. When you
This
walk
was,
out of those other movies, when you walk out of those other movies, you go,
IMDb lists.
what is it about? It's about war.
Mhm.
Would you
Top
say
10
that?
war
Would you
movies.
say that the
Top
whole?
10.
Would you say that like
Top five. Top
that
five.
all of Inglourious Bastard is about a war? No, because you're not seeing a war being fought. You're seeing a very
Like a side story to of a war. You know?
yes, it is a story inside of a war.
Okay.
That's not fully about the war. It's about political
I
things.
guess I
It's
see what
about
you're saying, but at the same time, I don't see how that like defines what a war movie is and isn't.
okay. Man from U.N.C.L.E. is set in the Cold War, but it's not a Cold War movie.
I
It's a
mean-
espionage movie. Does that
X-Men
make sense?
First class is set during the Cold War. It's not a war.
Have
movie.
you seen Red October? What would you consider Red October? Have you seen Red October?
I've
The
not.
one with what's in Chris Hemsworth?
No, it's Alec Baldwin and
The original.
Are you talking about Red Dawn?
No, the Hunt for
No,
Red
the Hunt
October.
for Red October.
Oh no, that's the one with the ship.
One
Yeah.
ping only.
Yeah, Sean Connery.
I guess
I don't think I've ever
I
seen that
really
one.
wouldn't consider that a war movie, but
I'm not considering it a war movie.
it's set
I'm
into
saying
war
though, I know that's considered a Cold War movie, but at the same time, it looks more like espionage that movie than
times.
anything
It's
else.
like
That's what I'm saying. Like it would be it'd be like a subgenre. Like the war is a subgenre of Inglourious Bastards. But I think for first and foremost, that is a espionage movie. Does that make sense?
This is the hardest discussion.
I
we've
mean,
ever had.
I feel if I say no, you're just gonna go on for 20 more minutes. But
But
I'll say okay.
Yo, L, real quick.
What's up?
Favorite Tarantino movie? Go.
Favorite Tarantino movie?
I think we already
Oh
said it.
yeah, dude.
you
I
did?
love Hateful Eight.
Okay.
Really? I need to
Like
see this.
it's
then.
really fucking good.
I never
Okay.
got to see it.
And if I were to say like my second one, because before that
Yeah.
it was
Django.
Kill Bill Volume 1.
Hey, that's the best one.
But that's just
I haven't
because
seen
I like
both of them.
Japanese shit. But that's just me though. But all right, everybody. This was episode 9 of the Nerd Outlet Podcast. This is your boy Luther. Joining me, Gabe,
Squad.
Nathan,
Squad.
Greg,
Squad.
and you can find us on Facebook /Nerd Outlet, on YouTube @Nerd Outlet, on Twitter @Nerd Outlet, on Instagram @Nerd Outlet, and we are out.
Do you fuck with the war?
Again?
out.